So I had my baby in my living room in a birth pool, and here's some pros and cons to having your baby in the water. I definitely don't think a water birth is something to be scared of unless you're scared of home birth, but some hospitals and some birth centers also offer water births, so it's not just something that you have to do at home. So the birth tub is known as the midwife's epidural because once you get in the water, same thing if you have like a backache or really sore muscles, you take a warm bath. It's kind of like the same concept. It just relaxes your muscles and makes you feel a little bit better and distracts you a little bit from the intensity of the contractions. Also, it moisturizes everything down there and kind of softens everything up. So when you're actually pushing the baby out, it can help reduce tearing. I know I had very minimal tearing. I definitely didn't need any stitches. I don't even think they classified it as a first degree or anything like that. It was really minimal. Also, they say when you're in labor that you want to do things that bring you comfort normally. So normally if I'm sick or I don't feel good, whatever it might be, I'll take a warm bath. So it was really natural for me when I was in labor to just immediately get into the bathtub or immediately get into the birth pool. There's not too many cons with having a water birth unless it's just not something that you want to do. One con that I could think of is if you're on a super tight budget with a home birth or whatever, then you are going to have to pay some extra to have the birth tub. So for us, it was $50 to rent the birth tub. We did end up having to buy it because we forgot to put the liner in it. So that was $150. I didn't think that that was super crazy. Other con is if you stand up while you're pushing, then you have to get out of the birth tub, which is kind of a bummer. When you have them under the water, just like they're in the amniotic fluid in your belly, once they're in the water, they don't take their first breath, but if you've stood up, they could have possibly somehow breathed, and then you're going back down into the water, they could drown. And when I was pushing, I really didn't feel the need at all to stand up, but they just kind of mentioned that to me like, hey, if you do stand up, we're just gonna ask you to get out of the pool.